Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Excuse me. I am off driving, so here is my 3 cents. It's been a little bit since I did one of these. Just life has been busy. As you know, we've got Samhain happens in October, and then Yule happens in December, and kind of a busy time of year. And so we are currently moving towards Yule and the winter solstice. And often, especially it seems recently, there's a lot of people or a lot of folks in the pagan community who get after the Christians excuse me, for co-opting in air quotes Yule and the Yule season to celebrate Christmas and the birth of Christ. Now personally, I have read the Bible. I really have, actually. Parts of it are quite dry. Some are quite entertaining. It's an interesting book to read. And it's not really meant to be read cover to cover. It really isn't. You need to go back and forth a little bit through there to follow the storylines appropriately. But, so Christians celebrate the birth of Christ at this time of year. And if you've read the Bible, you know that, the shepherds are watching their flocks by night. You've heard the songs. You've heard the scriptures, I'm sure. And there's, the birth of baby sheep. And that generally happens, not always, but generally happens in the spring. And for the most part, this is not the right season for the birth of baby lambs. Yule is a long way from spring. So they needed a way to connect with the pagan community, though, to help aid in the conversion of the pagan community to Christianity. So yeah, they did kind of adopt the time frame and the celebration, that is the celebration of Yule, and turn it into the celebration of Christmas, or Christ's Mass. Okay, stop being mad at the Christians for that. Seriously. Generally speaking, today's Christians have very little to do with the way the holidays are set up and the way they celebrate things. That was done, a couple millennia ago. Well, not millennia, a couple thousand years ago. And, the Catholic Church probably had more to do with that, or even the early Christian church, than anybody today. And so, pointing it out to the Christians today really doesn't do you any good. It just gives you another point of argument. And that's not what the season is about. It's not about arguing or trying to prove that you're right. And often, I think, you're limiting yourself when you do that kind of thing, because you're not being open-minded to learning new things either, when you're so busy pointing out the fallacies and the mistakes of others. Excuse me. So instead of being grouchy about Christians celebrating their holidays at the same time that pagans celebrate ours, invite Christians, at least the ones that are open-minded and willing to learn or have a good discussion with you, to enjoy Yule with your family or your circle or your coven or what have you. It's an excellent time to share pagan traditions with the community. Now, there will still be some naysayers because they are there, they are out there. And unfortunately, they're going to be everywhere. They're in every religion, every walk of life, every little bit of the world that we live in. There's going to be people who are negative and say, no, you're wrong, this is not right, blah, blah, blah. Well, don't give them more ammunition, if you will, to show that pagans are the bad people, because we're not. Generally speaking, pagans are very, very, very accepting of others and how they practice and how they live and what they want out of life and what they do. And we need to remember that. We are accepting of everyone just as they are. You be you. And stop judging others for their shortcomings, their foibles, their habits, good and bad, their personal quirks, their own religion or faith. Their path and journey is not the same as yours. So, I sound a little judgmental, don't I? Mostly what I'm saying is be accepting of those around you. Find the things to celebrate, the commonalities, the similarities, the same joys, the habits, the arts, the crafts, the entertainment, the music. Find the things that connect you to the people around you and celebrate that, rather than finding the things that disconnect you or things that are different. Because, and I've mentioned this in other videos, I think. I don't know if I have yet. I probably have, but I will again. And I lost my thought. That's what I get for touching my windshield wipers. Because it's a misty morning and with a little bit of precipitation here in North Idaho. Accept others as they are. If you, I found my thought. You will see and you will find that which you look for in the world. So if you are constantly looking for ways to judge others and belittle others and single them out and show that they're different from everyone else, that's really truly what you will see. You won't see any of the joy, the happiness, the camaraderie, the goodness, the love that everybody has for one another. You won't see the benefits. There we go. I have a camera mount coming, or a phone mount coming in the mail in the next week or two, so that I don't have to hold this and I can just kind of like do my own thing and have two hands on the steering wheel. Wouldn't that be great? Be safe. Children, don't try this at home. Anyways, what you see or what you look for is really what you'll see. So if you're looking for joy and happiness and love and acceptance, that's what you'll find. But if you're looking for reasons to be angry and to separate yourself, that's what you will find. Often it's the energy that we put out there is what we'll receive, but it's also that which we look for, we will find. So, be accepting of others just as they are. generally speaking, pagans are not there to proselytize or preach or try to convert someone to their path. I'm not afraid to educate people and communicate with them. But more, I want people to be true to themselves and true to their own path. Here recently, I had a conversation with a gentleman. He had petitioned the God to, make sure that he was on the right path and doing the right thing, and that's good. It's good to check in every so often. But when I asked him, which God did you pray to? He's like, the Christian God. It's like, all right, well, if that's whom you're praying to and who you're communicating with, coming to a pagan is not necessarily the right thing to do. I'm not going to be able to give you answers when it comes to the Christian path generally. I know some generalities, but that's about it. It's not my path, it's not my tradition. So even though I've been a Christian in the past, that doesn't mean I am now, and that which I know is from before. And with that, if you really need help on the Christian path, you should go talk to a priest or a deacon or padre or whatever title you want to use. Someone who's a Christian. Go to a church, read the Bible, that kind of thing. Learn more about that path. And that's exactly what I told him. It's like, if you're a Christian, you need to speak to the Christian clergy and find out more about the Christian path. That to me is better than trying to convert him to paganism, because if paganism isn't his true belief or his home or his path, then I'm not being accepting of him as he is, and I'm trying to change him. You really shouldn't force change upon others. You can't make someone do something. And it's a conversation for another time. I will come back to it in a different video. And I've mentioned it before, though. Seriously, you cannot force someone to do something. So if someone is on the Christian path, just let them be. You don't have to force them into paganism. If they ask you questions, answer honestly and truthfully to the best of your ability. If you don't have the answers to the questions that they ask, then talk to your priestess or your priest, or the elder members of your coven, or circle, or whatever your group is called. So, it just accept people as they are, because you will receive and you will find exactly what you're looking for. So if you're looking for the negative, you will find it. So stop looking for the negative. Look for the joy. Look for the happiness. Look for the love. Look for the connection. This time of year, stop looking at the commercialism and look at the happiness that people find, the love that people have for one another. There's a lot of good done this time of year. Really, truly, there is. Food banks are filled. Toys for Tots is an awesome campaign. Support your local food bank. Support your local Toys for Tots drive, or Coats for Kids, or whatever local groups that are out there to help those less fortunate. And if you're one of those people who are dealing with some misfortunes or a series of unfortunate events, because they do happen, reach out to your community. There are people that will help you. It's such a giving time of year. And if you can't give a thing, which is fine, give of yourself, volunteer your time. There's a lot of people this time of year who cannot get out of their house. They're kind of shut-ins and stuff. Whether they don't drive or they have mobility issues. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, start having snow and ice, especially as you go further north, and it's harder for people to get out of the house. Seasonal affective disorder and depression because the sun's kind of gone away for a little bit. Those are all very real things. So spend some time with those in your community. Support your community in whatever way you can. If nothing else, light a candle and send your love to your community. Support the people around you. Doesn't matter if they're Christian or pagan or atheist or none of the above. Look for the love and you will find it. Accept Christians as they are. It's not your place to change them. They're kind of resistant to that. I don't know if you've noticed. And stop saying, oh, well, you're co-opting the pagan holidays. So what? I can have them too. I don't mind sharing my holidays with the Christian world generally. Gotta tell you, during Samhain, when Halloween, that's almost the best time of the year to score all sorts of witchy stuff for my altar or for decor around my house. Are you kidding? And then the 1st of November when all that goes on sale, yeah, that's awesome. So, and right now there's candles are on sale for all sorts of different colors to celebrate the season, whether it's Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Christmas or any of that. Candles are good. As a witch, I use a lot of candles. It's a good thing. So, take advantage of the season. Spread the joy. Spread the love. Seriously. Love each other. It's good for you. Because I say so. Anyways. So yeah, there's my 3 cents. In summary, accept each other as they are. Don't try to change them. That's the path to the dark side. Look for the love. Look for the happiness. Look for the joy. And accept everyone as they are. Stop trying to change the people around you. Change you. If you don't like the people around you, look in the mirror. What is it about you that makes you experience that type of person? And if you don't want to experience that type of person, what do you need to change about you? Maybe that's a thought you should take a meditation session on, or 2, or 3, or 20, depending on what you need. And don't forget to journal it, because it's a journey. You journal your experiences on your journey. Anyways, love one another. Look for the happiness and joy. Because I love you. Darn it. I do, actually. So, merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. This is Paisley Wild, and this has been my 3 cents.